What is a phrasal verb? When I ask myself or I ask someone, what is a phrasal verb? A phrasal verb is a verb. So the phrasal verb is what? A verb, which is a combination of a verb and an adverb. This is number one. A verb and a preposition. This is number two. And a verb with an adverb and a preposition. This is number three. So about the phrasal verbs, we have three kinds. I can have the verb and an adverb, the verb and a preposition, or a verb with an adverb and a preposition at the same time. I need you to focus on the colors because we are going to use the same colors for each kind. It can have a literal meaning that is easily to understand because the meaning is clear from the words that are used in the phrasal verb itself. So the first kind has a literal meaning. It can also have an idiomatic meaning, which cannot easily be understood by looking at the words themselves. So the literal meaning is easy to understand, simple to understand, it's very clear. But the idiomatic meaning is not so clear. The following examples contain a literal meaning and an idiomatic meaning. About the first kind, if I have verb and adverb. For example, run, around. Run is verb. Around, this is an adverb. So now I have verb and adverb together. Run around. What does it mean? To run around something, means to run in a circle around something. To run or go in a circle around this item. The dog ran around the fire hydrant. The dog moves in a circle around the fire hydrant. This is literal meaning, it's very clear. But let's have idiomatic meaning. To run around somewhere, to go to various places to do something. When I say, I spent the day running around downtown, it means I spent the day going for many different places around downtown. The second kind, when I have a verb and a preposition, like when I say run into. Run is a verb. Into is a preposition. To run into someone or something, this literal meaning, means to hit or crash into someone or something. Example, the car ran into the truck on the busy street, means the car hit the truck on the busy street. This meaning is very clear, so we call it literal meaning. What about the idiomatic meaning? When I say to run into someone, to meet someone by chance. Example, I ran into my friend in a restaurant yesterday. It means I met my friend by chance in a restaurant yesterday. If I have verb and adverb and preposition, for example, run, along, or around, plus with, this is the preposition. To run along with someone or something means to run beside or at the same pace as someone or something. When I say, for example, the dog ran along with. Ran, this is verb. a long adverb with preposition. The dog ran along with the bicycle. It means the dog ran beside the bicycle. To run around with someone, to be friends and do things with someone or with a group. This is idiomatic meaning. The boy is running around with a bad group of people. He has the same behavior as this bad group of people. Some idiomatic expressions are made with the phrasal verb plus some other words. These words are used in a fixed order to give an idiomatic meaning. This is extra information. To run, this is verb. Around, this is an adverb. Like a chicken with its head cut off. What does it mean? It means to run around with what seems to be no purpose, no aim. I ran around like a chicken with its head cut off without a head. The head cut off means without a head. As I tried to prepare for my holidays. It means I ran around with no aim. Again, I ran around like a chicken with its head cut off as I tried to prepare for my holidays. It means to run around with what seems to be no purpose, no aim. Phrasal verbs list. 200 plus common phrasal verbs with meanings and example sentences. We are going to study together more than 200 common phrasal verbs that you can use in your daily life or in your academic study. Ask somebody out. Invite on a date. Brian asked Judy out to dinner and a movie. It means Brian invited Judy to have dinner and also to watch a movie together. So when I ask somebody out, means to invite on a date. Ask around. Ask many people the same question. When you ask many people the same question, you can say ask around. I asked around, but nobody has seen my wallet. It means that I asked many people the same question about my wallet, but nobody has seen it. Add up to something equal. Your purchases add up to $205.32. Back something up. Back something up means reverse. You will have to pack up your car so that I can get out. It means you will have to reverse your car so that I can get out. Back somebody up. Support. My wife backed me up over my decision to quit my job. It means my wife supported me over my decision to quit my job. Blow up. Explode. The racing car blew up after it crashed into the fence. It means also that the racing car exploded after it crashed into the fence. Blow something up. Add air. We have to blow 50 balloons up for the party. It means we have to add air to 50 balloons for the party. Break down. Stop functioning, and it's used for vehicles or machines and so on. Our car broke down at the side of the highway in the snowstorm. It means that our car stopped working and so on. Break down. Get upset. The woman broke down when the police told her that her son had died. Break something down. Divide into smaller parts. Our teacher broke the final project down into 3 separate parts. Break in. Force entry to a building. Somebody broke in last night and stole our valuables. So again, when I say break in, it means force entry to a building. Break into something means to enter forcibly. The firemen had to break into the room to rescue the children. But the previous one means to attack. This one to enter a place by force but to do something useful. Like this fireman or the firemen had to break into the room. Why did they do so? To rescue the children. So it's something good. Break something in. Wear something a few times so that it doesn't look or feel new. I need to break these shoes in before we run next week. Break in, interrupt. The TV station broke in to report the news of the president's death. It means that there was a program and this program was interrupted to report the news of the president's death. Break up. End a relation. My boyfriend and I broke up before I moved to America. Break up. Start laughing, but this one is informal. The kids just broke up as soon as the clown started talking. Break out. Escape. The prisoners broke out of jail when the guards were not looking. It means the prisoners escaped of the jail when the guards were not looking. So the word break out means escape. Break out in something. Develop a skin condition. I broke out in a rash after our camping trip. Again, when I use the phrasal verb break out in something means to develop a skin condition, to have a problem in the skin. So the example again, I broke up in a rash after our camping trip. Bring somebody down. Make unhappy. The sad music is bringing me down. Bring somebody up. Raise a child. My grandparents brought me up after my parents died. It means that my grandparents raised me after my parents died. Bring something up. Start talking about a subject. My mother walks out of the room when my father brings up sports. It means my mother walks out of the room when my father starts speaking about sports. Bring something up. Vomit. He drank so much that he brought his dinner up in the toilet. Call around. Phone many different places or many different people. We called around, but we were not able to find the car part we needed. It means we found many different places or many different people. Call somebody back. Return a phone call. I called the company back, but the offices were closed for the weekend. Call something off. Cancel. Jason called the wedding off because he wasn't in love with his fiancée. Call on somebody. Ask for an answer or opinion. The professor called on me for question 1. It means the professor asked for my opinion or for my answer for question 1. Call on somebody. Visit somebody. We called on you last night, but you were not home. It means we visited you last night, but you were not home. Call somebody up. Phone. Give me your phone number and I'll call you up when we are in town. Calm down. Relax after being angry. You are still mad. You need to calm down before you drive the car. Not care for somebody or something. Not like, but this is very formal. So the phrasal verb care for is a formal phrasal verb. I don't care for his behavior means I don't like his behavior. Catch up. Get to the same point as somebody else. You will have to run faster than that if you want to catch up with Marty. Check in. Arrive and register at a hotel or airport. We'll get the hotel keys when we check in. Check out. Leave a hotel. You have to check out of the hotel before 11 a.m. Check somebody or something out. Look at carefully or investigate. The company checks out all new employees. Check out somebody or something. Look at, but this one is informal. Check out the crazy hair on that guy. It means look at this crazy hair or the crazy hair of that guy or on that guy. Cheer up. Become happier. She cheered up when she heard the good news. She became happier when she heard the good news. Cheer somebody up. Make happier, but make somebody happier. I brought you some flowers to cheer you up. Chip in. everyone chips in. We can get the kitchen painted by noon. Clean something up. Tidy or clean. Please clean up your bedroom before you go outside. Please tidy your bedroom. Come across something. Find unexpectedly. I came across these old photos when I was tidying the closet. Come apart. Separate. The top and bottom came apart if you pull hard enough. Come down with something. Become sick. My nephew came down with chicken pox this weekend. Come forward. Volunteer for a task or to give evidence. The woman came forward with her husband's fingerprints. Come from some place. Originate in. The art of origami comes from Asia. Count on somebody or something. Rely on. I am counting on you to make dinner while I am out. Cross something out. Draw a line through. Please cross out your old address and write your new one. Cut back on something. Consume less. My doctor wants me to cut back on sweets and fatty foods. Cut something down. Make something fall to the ground. We had to cut the old tree in our yard down after the storm. Cut in. Interrupt. Your father cut in while I was dancing with your uncle. Cut in. Pull in too closely in front of another vehicle. The bus driver got angry when that car cut in. What is an idiom? An idiom is a combination of words that has a meaning that is different from the meanings of the individual words themselves. So the idiom has a meaning different from the meanings of the words themselves. It is not the same meaning of the words. It can have a literal meaning in one situation, the same meaning, and a different idiomatic meaning in another situation. So the idiom may have a meaning in a situation and another meaning in another situation. It is a phrase. So the idiom is not just a word. It is a phrase, some words together, which does not always follow the normal rules of meaning and grammar. So the idiom is different in the meaning and also may be different in the grammar. To sit on the fence can literally mean that one is sitting on a fence. So it is not an idiom because it is literally mean that one is sitting on a fence. Example, when I say, I sat on the fence and watched the game. So really, there was a fence and I sat on that fence. So now this is a simple sentence. It is not an idiom. However, the idiomatic meaning of to sit on the fence is that one is not making a clear choice regarding some issue. Imagine that I have to choose between two items or three choices and so on, and I cannot make a decision. In this case, I say, I sit on the fence. The politician sat on the fence and would not give his opinion about the tax issue. It means that this politician cannot give his opinion. So he sat on the fence. He cannot decide which one is right. Many idioms are similar to expressions in other languages and can be easy for a learner to understand. So many idioms are similar in many languages. Other idioms come from older phrases which have changed over time. When I say to hold one's horses, this is a famous idiom. To hold one's horses means to stop and wait patiently for someone or something. Wait for something or someone. It comes from, this is the source of the idiom. It comes from a time when people rode horses and would have to hold their horses while waiting for someone or something. This is the source of the idiom. Hold your horses, I said when my friend started to leave the store. So when I asked my friend to hold his horses, what do I mean? I mean, be patient. So now when we speak together and I need to tell you, please be patient, I can say, hold your horses. When I say be patient, this is simple language, normal language. When I say hold your horses, now I use idiom and I mean also be patient. But when I use idioms, it means that I am professional in the language. Other idioms come from such things as sports that are common in the United Kingdom or the United States and may require some special cultural knowledge to easily understand them. So, some idioms are related to some sports in some countries. If you have background about these sports and these countries, you may understand these idioms. If you do not, you have to keep the idiom and the meaning of this idiom. To cover all of one's bases means to thoroughly prepare for or deal with a situation. It comes from the American game of baseball, where you must cover or protect the bases. I tried to cover all of my bases when I went to the job interview. It means that I have to deal with the situation from all sides. I have to cover everything well. Structure of idioms. Most idioms are unique and fixed in their grammatical structure. No change in the grammatical structure. This is about most of idioms. The expression to sit on the fence cannot become to sit on a fence. Here we say the fence. Can I say to sit on a fence? No. Or to sit on the fences. Here I have the word fence. Can I change the word fence into fences? No, I can't. Again, the expression to sit on the fence cannot become to sit on a fence or to sit on the fences. However, there are many changes that can lead to an idiom. So, generally, we cannot change, but there are many changes that can be made to an idiom. Some of these changes result in a change in the grammatical structure that would generally be considered to be wrong. So these changes may be wrong in the grammar, but these idioms are used. To be broken literally means that something is broken. This is the main meaning. The lamp is broken, so I cannot easily read my book. This is literally the same meaning. So it is not an idiom. But when I say to be broke in the grammar is not right. To be broke is grammatically incorrect, but it has the idiomatic meaning of to have no money. So when I say to be broken or the lamp is broken, this is the same meaning. But when I say I am broke, it means that I have no money. I am broke and I cannot go to a movie tonight. What does it mean? I have no money, so I cannot go to a movie tonight. This is a famous idiom. There can also be changes in nouns, pronouns, or in the verb tenses. I sat on the fence and didn't give my opinion. This is the source of the idiom. I sat on the fence. What does it mean again? I didn't give my opinion. I can have some changes, as we said, in the nouns, pronouns, or the verb tenses. Many people are sitting. Here I have the word sat. Here we say what? Are sitting on the fence and do not want to give their opinion. About adjectives and adverbs can also be added to an idiomatic phrase, like the politician has been sitting securely in the middle of the fence. I have many additions here. I have addition in the adverb and the adjective and so on. Again, the politician has been sitting securely in the middle of the fence since the election. It means he hasn't given any opinion. He has no decision. It is for these reasons that it is sometimes difficult to isolate the actual idiomatic expression and then find it in a dictionary of idioms. What does it mean? Generally, we need to keep the idiom and the meaning. When I listen or when I read this idiom, I understand what this idiom means. Also, I can use these idioms in my speech and also in my writing. Because when you use an idiom, it means that you are a professional person in the English language. If you have an exam, it will raise your score. When you use idioms, when you speak and when you write, it means 100% that you increase your score in this exam. Examples of idioms. We'll have many examples of idioms letter by letter. Let's start with the letter A. A bird in the hand is worth two in the bush. Again, when I speak with you and I say, a bird in the hand is worth two in the bush. Having something that is certain is much better than taking a risk for more, because you might lose everything. So I can tell you, please don't have the risk. A bird in the hand is worth two in the bush. A blessing in disguise. A blessing in disguise. Try to guess the meaning of this idiom. When you read or listen to this idiom, what does it mean? Something good that isn't recognized at first. A chip on your shoulder. A chip on your shoulder. What does it mean? Being upset for something that happened in the past. So you still remember this action and you are upset because of this situation. A dime a dozen. Anything that is common and easy to get. Something very common and very simple to get. So we say a dime a dozen. A doubting Thomas. A skeptic who needs physical or personal evidence in order to believe something. Again, a doubting Thomas. A skeptic who needs physical or personal evidence in order to believe something. You cannot believe, so you need materialistic evidence. You need an evidence. So you say a doubting Thomas. You are doubting Thomas, or this person is a doubting Thomas. A drop in the pocket. I know the drop and I know the pocket. When I say a drop in the pocket, what does it mean? A very small part of something big or huge. I need much money and you give me very little money. So I say this is a drop in the pocket. I need more and more and more. I think the meaning is very simple. A fool and his money are easily parted. What does it mean? Try to think. Excellent. It's easy for a foolish person to lose his or her money. So if the person who has money is foolish, it means that this person may lose his or her money easily. A house divided against itself cannot stand. Everyone involved must unify and function together, work together, or it will not work out. So we have to work as a team to have a good work, or everyone will lose. A leopard cannot change his spots. You cannot change who you are. But instead of saying you cannot change who you are, I can say a leopard cannot change his spots. A penny saved is a penny earned. By not spending money, you are saving money little by little. So when you earn money, and you spend this money, it means that you have no money at all. But when you save money, it means that you earned this money. When you spend the money, it means that you haven't earned it because you got money and you lost the money. But a penny saved, when you save money, it means that you earned this money. So this idiom tells you that not only you, but all of us have to save money. A picture paints 1,000 words. A picture paints 1,000 words. What does it mean? A visual presentation is far more descriptive than words. When you see with your eyes, it's more expressive than when you read or when you just listen. Again, a picture paints 1,000 words. A piece of cake. A task that can be accomplished very easily, or something is very simple. So you say, this is a piece of cake. I can do it easily and in short time. A piece of cake. A slap on the wrist. A slap on the wrist. A very mild punishment. So when I say slap on the wrist, it means that this punishment is very mild, not so hard and not so simple. A taste of your own medicine. This is a taste of your own medicine. When you are mistreated the same way you mistreat others. When you deal with others badly and you have the same treatment for yourself, or someone treats you badly also, it means that this is a taste of your own medicine. People treat with you as you treat the others. A toss-up. A result that is still unclear and can go either way. I am waiting for a certain result and I do not know, is it right or wrong? Is it good or bad? Is it yes or no? So I say it's a toss up. I am still waiting for the final result. Actions speak louder than words. Don't speak a lot, but work, do action. It's better to actually do something than just talk about it. Don't talk a lot, but work. Actions speak louder than words. Many people speaking all the time and they do not do anything. And many people do not speak and they take action directly. Add fuel to the fire. Whenever something is done to make a bad situation even worse than it is, you add fuel to the fire. It means that you need the fire to be more and more. You need the situation to be worse and worse. This is the meaning of this idiom. Against the clock. Rushed and short on time. This is against the clock. It means that I need to work quickly to finish before the fixed time. I need to work quickly to finish before this specific time. It means that rushed and short on time. I am working against the clock. I am working quickly. All bark and no bite. When someone is threatening and or aggressive, but not willing to engage in a fight. Someone is shouting a lot, and he or she is threatening you. I'll do so and so. And this person is so aggressive, but they do not fight at all, or they do not harm the others. So we say all bark and no bite, just speaking. They do not take an action, or they do not harm the others. All Greek to me. All Greek to me. Meaningless and incomprehensible, like someone who cannot read, speak, or understand any of the Greek language would be. So if I do not understand something or this situation is meaningless to me, I say all Greek to me. All in the same boat. All in the same boat. When everyone is facing the same challenges, we have the same problems, we have the same future, we have the same work, so we say all in the same boat. So we have to work together to overcome these challenges. An arm and a leg. An arm and a leg. Very expensive. A large amount of money. When I say this car cost me an arm and a leg, it means that this car is very expensive. An axe to grind. To have a dispute with someone. To have a problem. To have disagreement with someone. Apple of my eye. Someone who is cherished above all others. We say apple of my eye. As high as a kite. Anything that is high up in the sky. When I need to express that this helicopter, for example, or this bird, or maybe this mountain, anything is high in the sky, very, very high in the sky, I say as high as a kite. At the drop of a hat. At the drop of a hat. Willing to do something immediately. I need to do it now. This is at the top of a hat. What does it mean? Do it quickly, please. Examples of idioms about the letter B. Backseat driver. This is a famous idiom. When you listen to this idiom, you understand that it means people who criticize from the sidelines, much like someone giving unwanted advice from the back seat of a vehicle to the driver. So when I say the backseat driver, I mean the people who always criticize the others. Back to square one. Having to start all over again. So when I say you have to back to square one, it means that I tell you that you have to start from the very beginning. Back to the drawing board. When an attempt fails and it's time to start all over. So we try again and again, but we cannot succeed. So we have to back to the drawing board to start all over again because we cannot succeed. Baker's dozen. 13. When I say that this is baker's dozen, I mean that this is number 13. It's very simple and strange at the same time. And also this is a used idiom. This is a common idiom. Parking up the wrong tree. Again, parking up the wrong tree means a mistake made in something you are trying to achieve. You are trying to do something, to achieve something, but you made a mistake in this item. Beat a dead horse. Imagine that there is a dead horse and you beat this horse. What does it mean? To force an issue that has already ended. When we are discussing something and we finished this subject or this topic, and you need to start again. So I ask you, please, now you are beating a dead horse. You want to beat a dead horse. It means you need to discuss the subject that has already ended. Beating around the bush. Beating around the bush. Avoiding the main topic. Not speaking directly about the issue. We are discussing something very important and you cannot speak directly. You speak about something not important. So I ask you, please beat around the bush, or you are beating around the bush. It means that you are going around the main topic, the main subject. Bend over backwards. Bend over backwards. Do whatever it takes to help. Willing to do anything. Again, when I say bend over backwards, I mean that I will do whatever it takes to help. I am willing to do anything for you to help you also. Between a rock and a hard place. Again, between a rock and a hard place. It means that it is stuck between two very hard or bad options. When I say I am between a rock and a hard place, I do not know what to do. It means that I am stuck between two very bad options. I have two bad choices. I have to choose one of them. So both of them are very bad, but I have to choose one. So I am between a rock and a hard place. Bite off more than you can chew. You bite off more than you can chew. Means to take on a task that is way too big. When someone accepts to do something and he has no abilities to achieve this task, I say that he bite off more than he can chew. Or when I speak to you, I say you bite off more than you can chew. Means you take on a task that is way too big. This is more than your abilities. Bite your tongue. Bite your tongue. To avoid talking. When I speak with you and I say, why do you bite your tongue? It means, why don't you need to speak? Why do you avoid talking? Blood is thicker than water. I think it's clear from the meaning. In many cultures, we have something like that. It means the family bond is closer than anything else. So we say blood is thicker than water. It means that the blood relation. What is the blood relation? The family. The family bond is closer, is stronger than any other relation. The family is stronger than the friends relation or anything else. Blue moon. Blue moon. A rare event or occurrence. When I say that the moon is blue, no, the moon is not blue. So when I say that this situation is a blue moon, it means that this situation is very rare, something strange. So blue moon means a rare event or occurrence. Break a leg. Break a leg. A superstitious way to say good luck without saying good luck, but rather the opposite. Again, I speak with you and I say good luck, but I do not mean good luck, I mean the opposite. Break a leg. So break a leg as if I am telling you good luck, but the opposite way. This is bad luck, but indirectly. So I do not wish you to have good luck. I wish you the opposite. Buy a lemon. Buy a lemon. To purchase a vehicle that constantly gives problems or stops running after you drive it away. So when you buy a car or you buy a bike or a motorbike or anything, and you start using this device, this car or this bike, and this car doesn't move, so I say you buy a lemon. So you understand the meaning now? buy a lemon, you buy something like the car, and it stops running from time to time. So this is something very bad. Examples of idioms about the letter C. Can't cut the mustard. We know that the mustard, this is what we use to put on some kinds of food, some kinds of sandwiches. So when I say that he can't cut the mustard, what does it mean? Someone who isn't adequate enough to compete or participate. This person has no qualities at all to do anything. Cast iron stomach. Cast iron stomach. Someone who has no problems, complications, or ill effects with eating anything or drinking anything. So this person is so healthy, so perfect, to the point that he or she can eat or drink anything. So we say that this person has cast iron stomach. Charlie horse. Charlie horse. Stiffness in the leg, a leg cramp. When you watch the football players during playing matches and suddenly one of them fell on the ground because of a leg cramp. This is pain in the leg, in the muscle in the leg. So we say this is Charlie horse. Chew someone out. Verbally scold someone. Say something bad to someone, something like punishment for someone. Chip on his shoulder. We had the same idiom when we spoke about idioms about letter A. We had a chip on his shoulder. Now the same idiom can be used but without the letter A. So this is chip on his shoulder. What does it mean? Angry today about something that occurred in the past. We said before, if we have a problem, we discussed and finished this problem, and someone needs to rediscuss the problem again. He needs to open the discussion again. So we say that this is chip on his shoulder. Chow down. Chow down. To eat. Chow down means to eat. Close but no cigar. Close but no cigar. To be very near and almost accomplish a goal but fall short. Cannot complete it. Cock and bull story. Cock and bull story. This is a bird and this is an animal. An unbelievable tale. An unbelievable story. Something that I cannot believe. So I say this is a cock and bull story. I cannot believe it. Come hell or high water. Come hell or high water. Any difficult situation or obstacle. Problems that stops me from accomplishing my aim. So we say come hell or high water. Many things stop me on my way. Crack someone up. To make someone laugh. When I tell you a funny story, when we have some jokes together and we say crack someone up, make this person laugh. So happy, sure. Cross your fingers. Cross your fingers. What does it mean? To hope that something happens the way you want it to. Again, when I say I will cross my fingers or you want to cross your fingers, it means that I or you hope that something happens the way that you want. Cry over spilled milk. Imagine that someone dropped or spilled the milk and he or she starts crying over spilled milk. What does it mean? When you complain about a loss from the past, you complain and you are so sad, but for nothings, because nothing will be changed. So I say you cry over spilled milk. Cry wolf. Intentionally raise a false alarm. I warn people about something and this is false. I raise the alarm about a problem that will happen and nothing happens. And also I do it on purpose. Cup of joe. Cup of joe. A cup of coffee. This is a cup of joe. This is the time for a cup of coffee. Curiosity killed the cat. Curiosity killed the cat. Being inquisitive can lead you into a dangerous situation. Some people who need to know more and more or the secrets or something that is not for them, so they cause problems for themselves. Cut to the chase. Cut to the chase. Leave out all the unnecessary details and just get to the point. So do not speak about something not necessary. Speak directly about the most important point. Examples of idioms about the letter D. We had many idioms about the letters A, B, and C. Now we have many important idioms about the letter D. Dark horse. What does it mean, dark horse? One who was previously unknown, no one knows this person, and is now prominent. Someone who was unfamous or unknown and suddenly this person is very famous. Dead ranger. Dead ranger. 100% identical, a duplicate. They are similar to each other in everything. 100% identical. Devil's advocate. Someone who takes a position for the sake of argument without believing in that particular side of the argument. Someone who's speaking without being convinced about what he was talking about, and suddenly he or she has the position accidentally. So this is by luck. It can also mean one who presents a counter argument for a position they do believe in to another debater. So the summary, when I say this is devil's advocate, means someone has a position by luck without deserving this position. Dog days of summer. The hottest days of the summer season. These days are the dog days of the summer, means that these days are the hottest days of the summer season. Don't count your chickens before they hatch. If you do not know the meaning of the word hatch, try to get out your mobile or translator and translate it into your own language. When I ask you, please don't count your chickens before they hatch, what do I mean? Don't rely on it until you are sure of it. So please be patient. Be patient. Don't look a gift horse in the mouth. Don't look a gift horse in the mouth. What does it mean? When someone gives you a gift, don't be ungrateful. When someone gives you a present or a gift, you have to thank this person. So don't be ungrateful. You have to thank him or her. Say thank you. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Again, don't put all your eggs in one basket. I think many cultures and many societies have idioms or proverbs like that. This is a wise saying at the same time. What does it mean? Don't put all your resources in one possibility. Don't put all your money in just one project. Don't depend on just one person. So you must have variety of the sources. So again, when I say don't put all your eggs in one basket, what do I mean? Don't put all your resources in one possibility. You must have variety of the resources. Doozy. Something outstanding, excellent, wonderful, great. This is doozy. Down to the wire. Down to the wire. Something that ends at the last minute or last few seconds. I have a deadline. I must not exceed this time, and before the deadline I finish before the deadline with maybe seconds and something like that. So I say this is down to the wire. Something that ends at the last minute or the last few seconds. Drastic times call for drastic measures. Drastic times, hard times call for drastic measures, exceptional measures. When you are extremely desperate, I have hard situation, what should I do? You need to take extremely desperate actions. It means that I need to take exceptionally measures. Again, drastic times call for drastic measures. Hard times need quick and perfect decisions. When you are extremely desperate, you need to take extremely desperate actions. If you have any hard situation, you have to think out of the box. You have to create solutions to solve these problems. Drink like a fish. Drink like a fish. Try to imagine someone is drinking like a fish. What does it mean? To drink very heavily. To drink much water. Drive someone up the wall. Try to imagine this situation also. What does this idiom mean? If I drive someone up the wall, what does it mean? To irritate and annoy very much, or to irritate or annoy very much. When I make someone so nervous, it means that I drive this person up the wall. So please don't drive me up the wall. What does it mean? Don't make me angry. Dropping like flies. A large number of people either falling ill or dying. Many people are ill or die. So I say that these people are dropping like flies. Dry run. Dry run. Rehearsal. Rehearsal means training, to have practice. So when I say dry run, I mean rehearsal. Examples of idioms about the letter E. We said that we have the idioms letter by letter. Now we are going to study together and know information about the idioms starting with the letter E. 86. 86. What does it mean? A certain item is no longer available. So imagine that you ask about something and I say that this is 86. So what is 86 now? Is no longer available. This idiom can also mean to throw away. So when I throw away something, I can say also 86. Elvis has left the building. Elvis has left the building. What does it mean? I have a person called Elvis and he has left the building. Really, it happened? It means something. What is that? The show has come to an end. It's all over. We have finished the show. So I can speak with you and I say, why are you waiting? Elvis has left the building. What does it mean? The show has come to an end. It's all over. Ethnic cleansing. Ethnic cleansing. What does it mean? Killing of a certain ethnic or religious group on a massive scale. Again, when I say that this is ethnic cleansing, it means this is killing of a certain ethnic or religious group of people on a massive scale. Great number of people are killed. Every cloud has a silver lining. Every cloud has a silver lining. What does it mean? Be optimistic. Always expect something good will happen. Be optimistic. Even difficult times will lead to better days. So now we are discussing some problems, and I tell you, every cloud has a silver lining. What does it mean? Be optimistic. Even difficult times will lead to better days. Everything but the kitchen sink. Everything but the kitchen sink. What does it mean? Almost everything and anything has been included. When I include everything, I say everything but the kitchen sink. What does it mean again? Almost everything and anything has been included. Excuse my French. Excuse my French. What does it mean? Please forgive me for cussing. Please forgive me for my bad words. So when I speak with someone and I mention something bad or I use bad expressions during my speech, I can say, excuse my French. What does it mean? Please forgive me for cussing. Please forgive me for using these bad expressions. Examples of idioms about the letter F. Feeding frenzy. Feeding frenzy. An aggressive attack on someone by a group. So when I say this is a feeding frenzy, I mean that this is an aggressive attack on someone by a group. Field day. Field day. An enjoyable day or circumstance. Again, field day means an enjoyable day or circumstance which is something very happy for us. So this is an enjoyable day. This is a field day. Finding your feet. Finding your feet. To become more comfortable in whatever you are doing. So when I say you are finding your feet, I mean that you are comfortable in what you are doing. Finger looking good. Here I can write the letter G, and also we can cross the letter G, and both are right. So finger licking good. I can say licking or licking. Finger licking good. A very tasty food or meal. When I say the meal that we have together is a finger licking good, means it's a very tasty meal. Fix it in your ways. Not willing or wanting to change from your normal way of doing something. When I say you are fixed in your way, means that you do not want to change anything. You have your own way or your own style, and you do not accept any kind of change. So you are fixed in your ways. Flash in the pan. Something that shows potential or looks promising in the beginning but fails to deliver anything in the end. Something that starts greatly. Something with a good beginning, but the end is not so expected. So again, something that shows potential or looks promising in the beginning. So the beginning was great, but fails to deliver anything in the end. Flea market. Flea market. I know the word market, but when I say flea market, what does it mean? A swap meet. A swap meet means a market also. This is a place where people gather to buy and sell inexpensive goods, cheap goods. When we have some people, these people meet together to buy and sell cheap goods or inexpensive goods, this is a flea market or a swap meet. Flesh and blood. Flesh and blood. This idiom can mean living material of which people are made of. About the human body, we have flesh and blood in our bodies. So this idiom can mean living material of which people are made of, or it can refer to someone's family. When I say, this is my flesh and blood, this is my family. Flip the bird. Flip the bird. To raise your middle finger at someone, which is very bad sign. Foam at the mouth. Foam at the mouth. To be enraged and show it. To be very, very angry and you show it. This is foam at the mouth. Fool's gold. Fool's gold. Gold, but is not real. Again, when I say this is fool's gold, it means that this is gold, but is not real. Iron pyrites. Iron pyrites. A worthless rock that resembles real gold. So it's kind of rock. It looks like the gold itself, but it is not a gold. So this rock seems like a gold, but it is not a gold. French kiss. An open mouth kiss where tongues touch. From rags to riches. From rags to riches. To go from being very poor to being very wealthy. Someone was very, very poor, and after a while or suddenly this person became very wealthy. So I say this is from rags to riches. Fuddy-duddy. Fuddy-duddy. An old-fashioned and foolish type of person. A person's style which is very old-fashioned. Maybe his way of speech, or maybe his way of putting on the clothes and so on. So the appearance or the personality, something old-fashioned. So we say that this person is fuddy-duddy. Full Monty. Full Monty. This idiom can mean either the whole thing. When I say full Monty, I mean the whole thing, everything. And also it can mean completely nude, completely naked, without clothes. So full Monty means the whole thing or completely nude. Funny farm. Funny farm. A mental institutional facility. This is a kind of hospital for people who are mentally ill. So the funny farm, this is a hospital for people who are mentally ill. This is a mental institutional facility.